Hi, hello. Welcome, Moon Griffon Show. Great to have you with us. Matthew James Tax Reduction Hotline. If you want to be part of the program, wow. President Trump, dynamite last night. Democrats, embarrassment in front of the whole world. And House Speaker Mike Johnson threw somebody out, and I was glad to see it. We do happen to have the speaker on right now, Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. Mr. Speaker, thank you for throwing the guy out, by the way. I know that was probably like, look, I don't want to do this, but I'm doing it. So I love that part of it myself.
Well, thanks, Moon. I take no pleasure in it. You know, I hate to break tradition.
I know you do.
The House, and that's the first time that's happened, we think, at least in the modern era, maybe ever. I mean, it's really sad. It's really sad what the Democrats have come to. They have Trump derangement syndrome. They have no leader in their party. They got no vision. They have no platform to run on. It was totally repudiated. So all they can do is just resist, you know. So I said this on Hannity last night right after it all ended. I said, if Democrats want to make a 78-year-old heckling congressman the face of their resistance, then bring it on. But we're not going to tolerate that on the House floor. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, you know, Congressman, for a couple of things real quick. Now, you know, somebody said you wanted to address this, and I hope I'm not stepping out of bounds, but we had I guess there was a shooting in Mamou at a parade yesterday.
Yeah, I was about to say that, Moon. That's my district, you know, the Cajun music capital of the world, a beautiful community. Just they preserve Cajun culture, and everybody always has such a great time. But there was a tragedy last night. The reports we have are 11 people shot, at least one, possibly 2 fatalities. We're in contact with Mayor Desautels and Sheriff Guillory down there. Our prayers are with everybody involved. It's just another senseless tragedy in a place that, you know, is known for its community and good times and good people. It's just really sad.
Yeah, you know, everybody having a good time. There's always one person that's got to be an idiot. Unfortunately, with a gun, that's a dangerous idiot. And I hope and pray. Joe had told me right before we came on. I didn't hear about it, and I appreciate your concern about it. Just going back to President Trump's speech, give me your overall good news, because, I mean, he went long, but he's known for that, so that doesn't surprise anybody. But the thing is, he touched upon so much, and I saw a CBS poll. 76% of the people loved his speech. Most of them thought he was talking to them, and right after that, CNN's Hunt, Trump's address to Congress, incredibly divisive, partisan, and cruel. Which one is it?
It's madness. Let me just say this. That speech last night was not for the mainstream media. It was for the American people, and they received it that well. You're right. That was a CBS poll, 76% of viewers. There are other polls out there that are above 80%. It resonated with the people, you know. The reason I invited him to come, you know, the invitation comes from the Speaker of the House. So I invited this new president this early. This is kind of rare. It wasn't a State of the Union because the State of the Union address typically happens on or about the end of that first year of a new term. But we invited him after 43 days because there's so much to report. I mean, he's accomplished more in the last several weeks than most presidents do in 4 years, Moon. And I told him, he and I laughed about it before, you know, we picked a date together. I called him, of course, to see what was convenient for him. And we laughed. I said, sir, we're going to have to break it up. You know, if you stand up there and talk about all the wins so far, it'll take you 5 hours. So,
by the way, he wouldn't have had a problem with that.
We needed it.
He wouldn't have had a problem with that. He can go 5 hours. I've never seen anything like that. But, you know, what I see now when you come on this program, and, you know, Mike, and I agree with you in so much, and sometimes we disagree, but that's okay. And but now I see, and I saw it, and all American people saw last night, okay, about what you're up against. The left, the Democrats, they don't care about the country. They don't care about America. They don't even care about heroes. They didn't even stand up for a 13-year-old cancer survivor. I mean, that's what you're dealing with. I mean, you're dealing with raw hate. I saw it. Everybody saw it last night on the left.
Every day, Moon, every day. And their entire focus and their only agenda item is to stop our changing America and running with the America First agenda. Every day, I've got opposition. And I also have the smallest margin in U.S. history on my side. I can literally only afford one vote, one person to vote no on any measure. So I know you get frustrated sometimes. Moon, you know me in my heart. I do too. I don't get to do what I want here every day. I only get to do what I can get 218 votes for, right? So building that consensus is a 24-hour-a-day job, man. I'm like a mental health counselor up here every day.
I know, but we saw.
I mean, remember, Moon, I've got Republicans who sit here in my caucus who are elected in districts in New York and California and New Jersey that Kamala Harris won by 10 or 11 points, right? So they can't take the votes that I would take, right? They have a totally different set of circumstances they got to deal with. So, man, I've got every morning I get up and I have 219 dials on a large control panel, all these members, and I got to dial make sure each one is calibrated the right way. It's a very delicate balance. So give me some grace, bro.
I saw it last night, Mike. I saw it for myself. But what frustrates me is, you mean to tell me there's not one Democrat standing up for American values and things that we love? Not one. That blows my mind that a party has went so far to the left. And that's what I saw last night. I'm thinking, holy cow.
Yeah. No.
You live it every day. I don't.
Gotten the message. Yeah. You know, the election cycle sent a real message. I mean, it gave us a mandate. President Trump got 77 million popular votes. House Republicans, we got 74.8 million. That's the highest popular vote total we have ever received as House Republicans. And we got a mandate to go and fix the country. And we're running the America First agenda. We had a big vote last Tuesday night, passing the budget resolution, the first big step, and the one big beautiful bill that President Trump keeps talking about. I mean, we're going to secure the border, get American energy dominance going again, open up the economy. I mean, we're going to make sure we don't have the largest tax increase in U.S. history, restore peace through strength, and cut down the deep state and the bureaucracy. All that in one piece of legislation. So it's a massive lift. Yeah. It takes every ounce of energy every single day, but we are going to deliver for the people. And the Democrats see that, and they're in total panic mode.
Yeah, they are. Real quick, something he mentioned before I get you out of here. Something that the president mentioned that I haven't seen any publicity, but he talked about having a shipbuilding, having somebody in his office to get the shipbuilding going again, which, by the way, affects New Orleans, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, all of us coast guys. And I thought, did anybody see what I saw? And a buddy of mine reminded me of this. That what does he mean? What is that? How big is that for us in Louisiana?
Yeah, huge. Look, I'll just say this. You know, you've got two Louisianians. For the first time in history, one state has the top two officers in the House. You got Speaker Johnson and Majority Leader Scalise, 1 and 2. You got, our senators over there working hard, pushing America's interest and Louisiana's interest all at the same time. And the president hears that. He understands it. We have got to catch up with China, our adversaries around the world. And that's a huge thing for our state and our coast, now the Gulf of America. We're going to put new ships out there. And it's a great thing, and it's long overdue.
No doubt about it. Once again, thank you for throwing the guy out. I know that says president. Somebody will sneeze if the Democrats ever get back in, and they'll throw somebody out, I'm sure. But I thought it was really good. But Mike, when you're sitting in that deal and you're watching one side, and President Trump, I love how he dressed him. He looks at him. He called Pocahontas, but he looks at the Democrats and says, and to the American people, these people wouldn't clap for anything. Cure cancer, no matter what we do. And that showed me a lot about what y'all up against. These people, they really hate America because they're not for Americans moving forward. They're just not it. That's what you have to battle every day.
It is, and I talked to the president about that line yesterday afternoon before he showed up last night. He said, "I think I'm going to say this." I said, "You know what, Mr. President, you call it like it is," and that people appreciate that. It's obvious they're not going. They have Trump derangement syndrome. It wouldn't, as he said, it wouldn't matter if he cured cancer. You know, if he came up with the greatest achievement in history, they'd stand there and scowl at him, and that's the reality that we're facing. You know what? We don't do that on our side. You saw Joe Biden gave a State of the Union, a few months ago. And I stood right behind him. I tried to keep my poker face, and I stood and applauded on the appropriate lines that were good for America. They couldn't do it last night because they're at war with the president and our agenda, and it's a really sad thing for the country.
Yeah, what's worse is that what the media does, like I showed you, CNN, it's just part of, nobody watches that no more, but all the social media grabs it, and they grab it, and their people never get to see the truth. And that makes it sad. Anything else you want to add real quick?
Well, no, keep everybody informed, brother. And I'll try to come on a little more. It's just been so crazy after becoming speaker. I miss being on with you more often, but I'll try to improve that going forward.
We'll do it as much as we can. All right. Thank you. Speaking out with Mike Johnson. Thank you, Mike.
You got it, bro.
All right.